Yes, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Almost Guilty back with another video. Today I got my cousin. He's visiting from Calgary. He's in the building. JG, let him know what it is.
Yes. It's your boy
Yes.
G Slime Flu checking in. How y'all doing?
Yes. So, we just came from the gym, and I was just like, yo, like, consistency is like the main thing in life, bro. Like, literally in anything you're doing, it's just all about consistency. Like, because I was definitely talking about struggling with certain stuff, like when it comes to like building a brand, and fitness, and everything. And we're talking about YouTube, and it's the same thing with consistency.
Same thing.
Like straight up, like if you're not consistent, especially like in 2025, like you'll ruin your life. What do you think? Like, would you agree with that? Like,
Consistency is key, man. I think it's literally the key for success in anything you want to achieve.
but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't always think that way though. Like, there was a long time where I was just like, like if I show certain potential in doing this and doing that, and I get that right opportunity, I'm just gonna get there because I seen other people get there, right? But like when you look at it now, it's like if you're not consistent, you're not even getting into that position anymore.
Nope. And that's why I think it's you got to be consistent because even in just like a content creator space, everything is about algorithms and everything nowadays, right? So you might post something and it might go somewhere, but without the consistency to back that continuous content,
Yeah.
it might just fall on deaf ears. So it might just have that one moment. You
Yeah.
gotta keep going, keep building on those moments, create more and more moments to the point where you're now a household name. People know who you are, or
Yeah,
that
like
kind of thing, right? So and that only comes from consistency, because you can have one hot moment, but it's like when you have a hot song, you're kind of
yeah,
here today,
it's
gone
true.
tomorrow, kind of thing, right?
It's
So
true. It's true. Even like talk about like your streaming journey, like from when like you started streaming, like to where you are now. Like talk about like what made you like even start streaming to begin with, and like how you're able to still be streaming right now. Because, bro, one thing about my journey, I'll be shocked at how long I've been creating on the internet, and just be like, how am I still like doing this, even though I'm not where I want to be in that journey, like for real.
well, for me, like you said, the streaming thing, when I started off, I started streaming during the pandemic, so around like 2020.
Yeah.
And I realized I was just watching other content creators streaming and stuff like that, playing video games or whatever the case may
Yeah,
be.
it'd
And I
be like
thought,
that.
yeah,
When you're consuming the content, you're just like,
right. And I was like,
might
I
as
could
well
see
create.
myself doing this. 'Cause I'm like, I
Yeah.
play a lot of video games, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I could see myself getting into this, whatever. But so I streamed, and I probably streamed maybe like once every 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But like you said, my initial thought was, oh, I might just start this, and then I might just have 50 views, 100 views, 200
Yeah.
views. That wasn't the case. I was starting streams, I had 0 views for like the first 2 months. I had 0
Bro,
views,
trust me,
right?
bro.
And
Yeah.
then so just like learning more about, I started studying the actual successful streamers and their processes and everything else like that. And the main thing that all these creators were stressing was consistency. They said that they all started off at this point where
Yeah,
they
bro.
had one viewer,
Yeah,
two viewers. It might just be their mom watching their stream or something like that. But with the consistency of just the streams plus the content on top of it, is the only reason as to why they are where they are. So for me, I kind of just learning that, I said, okay, you know what? Like in anything, you got to put the hard work in. You got to be consistent if you really want the success and the fruits of that labor. So I just put my head down and said, whatever. If I have 0 views, I have 0 views. If one person's in there, so be it.
Yeah.
I just got to continue working on myself and my brand, and then eventually more and more people will catch on, because with consistency comes
yeah.
success.
Yeah, bro. No. I honestly, I was like even watching like Streaming University, bro.
Oh,
Like Streaming University, I'm not gonna lie, that opened my mind. I was like, yo, like the bigger creators here, like I'm sure like some of them are lucky, like you know what I mean, like there's certain people that are in a viral moment, that's why they're there. But like the people that were like holding on the weekend, like DDG is like he's like a consistent
He's
creator,
king
bro.
consistency right now.
Like, bro, like
Yeah.
you have to really take it in. Like, imagine being in a position like him. Would you be working that hard? I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know. Like, because he's up on a lot of those people,
Yeah.
but he be shooting way more than them.
Yeah. That's the thing.
He be shooting
just-
way more than
yeah.
them, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't even have to. Like,
He
at that
doesn't
point.
have to. Yeah.
So I look at that a lot when it comes to consistency. I'm just like, even like someone like Drake too, bro. It's like you have to really take it in. He don't need to be doing half the stuff he's doing right now.
Nope.
He's literally like double the race on all of like the big artists, and he's still putting out more music, bro. And the consistency is what has him at that level. You know what I mean?
That's the thing.
So you know, it's a hard thing to think about, because one thing about consistency and myself is something I struggle with for sure, and I do feel like that's probably the main reason why I'm actually not where I want to be, because just like the consistency be. I be losing the consistency for sure.
It was real.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
real.
I be losing. Sometimes I'll even get the sign that yo, this is working. Keep going, and like things will just pop up, and I'll just be like, yo, I can't. You know what I mean? Like, and I even think about that in the gym too. It's just like in the gym, it's like I've gotten way more consistent. I've gotten way more stronger, but my diet's trash. So it's like I'm not seeing like the goals I want to see. You know what I mean? So it's just like that's something that I'm trying to work on. But you know, like this YouTube, like we could work on that together. You know what I mean? Like even this channel is like a way for me to exercise, like getting better at consistency. Like I've kind of like not even said it out loud, but it's like I'm just like I'm gonna post a video every single day. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't want you guys to hold me to that, but like I'm definitely trying though, for sure. You know what I mean? So I definitely wanted to talk to you because I've seen you streaming, and like I was just like, yo, like this is hard work, and I seen you like invest into your stream, trying to make it like the best possible experience for your viewers. Like you're playing the games that like they want to see. Even like when we're all chilling, we're all hanging out, we're like, yo, where you at? Like your stream is like not even, you don't even care who's online. Like I gotta get it done. You know what I mean? Like, and that is consistency, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm not even gonna say like I have that kind of consistency, so I kind of admire that about you, but it's just like that's kind of what it takes to get to that level, you know what I mean? Because even when we're talking about building brands, like you see the brand, you see the brand, you know what I mean? Like
some consistency,
like
man.
consistency,
comes
bro.
from
Like
consistency.
I'm telling you, like we did a job last month, and it was blessed. Like it felt really good to exercise that muscle, and then as soon as it was done, it was like the consistency, like we're getting the next one. Like has to be
What's next?
all the time, you know what I mean? So that's definitely something that I think about a lot, and it's kind of like the message I want to get across to everyone watching this video. It's like you gotta be consistent in whatever you're doing. Like it don't matter like what it is. Like people come up to me like, yo man, I want to do content, I want to get brand deals, I want to be able to work with big brands and create for them and stuff like that. And it's just like you can't do that unless you're posting every single day now.
Exactly.
Like that is the minimum requirement. Like it's not even like, yo, is your content good? It's like, yo, when's the last time you posted?
Exactly.
You know, all the creators I know who are growing on like the short form platforms are the people who are just on there every single day, bro.
Yep.
And that's some. I still haven't been doing it. So like, you know, there's also another part though. It's like, when do you give yourself a chance to like be like, yo, I need a break, or like,
And that's another huge part.
like, I don't understand that part.
That's the thing, and that's the toughest part I think about being consistent. Is like sometimes you might overrun yourself, overwork yourself,
Yeah.
because you're trying to be consistent, but then you actually don't take the time to take care of yourself,
Yeah.
and then you start seeing the after effects of that. So you're always lack of energy. You might be, though, just, you know what I mean, those kind of things. You're just overworking yourself. So I think it's very important. I myself had to kind of find a system that works for me. Everybody's different, so you're gonna have, you know what I mean, different schedules, different things that work out for people. But for me personally, I was streaming 7 days a week. Pretty much, I think like my third month into streaming, I was about 7 days a week, and I'm streaming about 5 to like almost 8 hours a day.
So yo, bro, okay, hold on.
Like, let's just think about that right now.
Hold on. So tell me, like, yo, okay, when you say you're streaming 7 days, like, that's a full week, right? So it's like, how many days in a row did you stream, like, during that time? Like, how many days, like, did you go in a row? Like,
I think the longest I did was, it was probably almost like 2 weeks. Probably like 14 days. Probably like, I remember I did it for like 2 weeks, and I felt the after effects after the 2 weeks. I was completely drained. I had no energy. I realized I was missing out on just so many things, whether it be like events with friends or family, stuff like that, because like I'm just so locked in that like I realized I shut the outside world off for like 14 days, because I was just thinking about, I need to be consistent, I need to be live every day. But then I thought to myself, I'm not healthy. Like, this is not good.
Yeah.
Like I'm losing sleep. I'm just like losing relationships, because like I'm missing out on relationships and time with people.
You can't even check your text, like,
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? When you, especially if you're using your phone there, like, you know what I mean?
That's a perfect example. I was using my phone to stream, so I'm getting calls and text messages, but I'm like, I can't answer it. I can't even look. My phone is turned around, so I didn't even know. People are calling me or texting me. I look at my phone, and it's like 8 hours later after my stream. I have like 6, 7 missed calls, like 100 missed text messages, and I'm like, this is not healthy. This is not good.
Yeah.
Right. So I realized I kind of had to find a system, and for anyone out there that is thinking of doing anything and trying to be consistent, just find a system that works for you.
Yeah, bro, it's true.
Because I realized I had to kind of scale it down a bit. So whether it be streaming 3 times a week or 4 times a week, maybe even sometimes 5. But even if I do 5 streams a week, I might say, okay, instead of doing 8-hour streams for 5 days a week, I'll do maybe 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
So then I could kind of manage like my days and relationships and everything else like that. Because like I said, it's tough to be consistent, and it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
Like in anything, if you want to be successful, you got to sacrifice. So
yeah, bro,
everything comes with a sacrifice, but
yo, it's so true, bro.
Just make sure you don't sacrifice too much, and just find a healthy system that works for you.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I think that's the part people don't realize is like, because for a long time people were telling me like, yo, like, Anson, you gotta be more consistent on Instagram, right? Like, that was the first indicator I had that I was like, yo, my consistency, like, in my life isn't that good. Like, because like, I'm over here telling people like, yo, this is what I want to do for a living, and it's like, I posted 1 time this week, right?
Really?
And that honestly, when I was going once a week, I started feeling good, right? So that's the whole thing. It's like, you kind of have to start at the minimum and like work your way up. You can't just be like, yo, every single day, like, duh. Some people could do that, but like, I had a problem doing that. Like, so you kind of have to start slow. Even like the gym, it's like, yo, if you know you can't go every single day, say, how many days a week can I go realistically? Like, okay, I could go 2, right? And then when you start doing 2, it gets easier. You bump it up to 3 and then 4. Like, but that's hard. That in itself is hard to do, though. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone always be saying that, like, yo, start off what's manageable, right? But then it's just like some stuff just comes up. Right?
Life happens, man.
Life happens,
we got family, we got so many things, we got work obligations that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but. Yeah, I just think you got to find that balance. It's difficult. No one's saying it's easy. It's never. It's nothing about this is easy.
Yeah.
I just think when you have certain passions and goals that you truly want to achieve, not just because you see something and you might think, well, I want to live that lifestyle, but it takes certain things and sacrifices to do and live a certain way, right? So
Yeah.
I have a sports background, so it's like I just understand from just trying to get better at in certain aspects of like I play soccer. So if I want to get better at soccer, I got to put the time in.
Yeah.
I can't
it's true.
just look at some guy and say, hey, I want to be as good as Lamine Yamal. But if I don't train, I'm never going to be as good, right? And I got to be consistent with that as well. I got to
Yeah.
find, you know. So
Yeah.
I think that's it's crucial, man. You got to.
But I also think about this. This is another thing. Like, there's a lot of things. This is something that I like. People don't talk about now too. It's like, what about the pressure of being consistent? Though sometimes it's a good thing, and then sometimes it's a bad thing, right? Because, like, a lot of the reason why sometimes people aren't consistent is because of the pressure, right? The pressure is just so hard, or they feel pressure of like people like looking at what they're doing, so they're not consistent, right? But if you have that pressure where it's like you have a family and you gotta put food on the table, da da da. It's like you're gonna find that next level of consistency. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm just like, yo, maybe that's why like I'm not where I'm at. Like I don't have that fire on the rope where it's like if I don't do this today, I'm not gonna be where I'm at. Like I'm not gonna be able to be here tomorrow. Like some people actually thrive off of that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So like that's a difficult thing to really like think about and grasp because you actually don't know where you would be if you just remove that comfort. Like if you had to climb without the rope, like you know, in Dark Knight,
Exactly. Yep.
like you know, like he couldn't make the jump because he had the safety rope around his waist, right?
Exactly.
But when the man was like, "Yo, if you're trying to make that jump, the only person who made that jump didn't have a rope
have
behind
the
the
rope.
waist." Like, so I think about that a lot. I'm just like, man, like if I were to pick up myself, move to a new city, and be like, okay, yo, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, whatever, all at once, and it's like, okay, go, because at the end of the month, you're not gonna have enough money to stay here. So it's like you gotta make something happen. I'm pretty confident I would make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
But it's like being in this certain level of comfort, you have that option to be like, oh, you know,
Maybe I could do it tomorrow, or yeah, I could record that
you know what
video
I mean?
tomorrow. Yeah.
And sometimes
yeah.
that'd be killing. That'd be killing people. So
Oh yeah.
you know, I definitely think that's some like, you know, you guys should think about. It's just like maybe you're in a certain level of comfort and that's holding you back. I definitely think that's definitely something that I'm in.
Oh yeah. I myself, I deal with that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got comfort zones where it's like you gotta. It's the only way you're gonna learn
Yeah.
in anything. Like I said, it's you gotta step out of your comfort zones. You gotta do things to push yourself to find out about yourself. You're gonna find out and learn certain things about yourself that you didn't know before,
Yeah.
right? And that are gonna help you in the future. So yeah, you gotta just step outside of your boundaries. Like I made a big move moving across the country, and
Yeah,
that
like yeah,
alone was
yeah,
like
yeah.
a-
Talk about that, man. Talk about that.
Yeah.
Like tell them that you used to live like 5 minutes from here.
Yeah.
And now
like literally.
you moved away.
I moved like I used to be 5 minutes from this guy, and now I'm like 4 hours and a 4 hour flight away from this guy, right?
Yeah.
And it's like that was a complete culture shock. It was a change in environment and everything, right? But that was also, like you alluded to before, like just that pressure I also now put on myself, because when I made that move, I'm also thinking in the back of my mind, like, people might be watching, like, hey, this guy made this move, but like,
Yeah.
is he gonna be successful in this move now? And even just for myself, I was thinking like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make a move to then downgrade. Like you always want to be moving up, right?
Yeah, facts.
So
facts.
I thought that was just that extra pressure that I kind of put on myself to then be more consistent in what I'm doing, because I'm like, this is the reason why I moved. I made this move because I wanted to add some more pressure on myself to be more consistent
Yeah.
and learn more about myself. So that was a huge aspect that I'm not over it now. I still have comfort zones that I get into every now and then. Like I might stream 4 or 5 days a week and think, oh, I did well, and I posted content and everything else on TikTok and YouTube.
That's the
I did
other
good
thing.
this week,
Yeah,
right? Or
that's
my
the other
views were
thing.
good this week, so I could kind of relax now. But
Yeah, nah, bro.
so it's a constant battle. Like it never ends. It's a constant battle where you're just trying to find new things to push yourself daily because, like you said, it's easy to just fall into a comfort zone and just think, oh, I'm good, but you can't.
Yeah, bro.
As soon as you start thinking that and falling into the comfort zones, that's when things are just gonna hit a little bump. But
it's like, yo, you can't even stop that.
Nope.
Like you can't even stop that. Like if you're hitting your minimum, like I swear, like every human just feels like that, like release. They're like,
oh yeah,
let
I
me
made it. I hit the target.
Yo, I'm telling you guys right now, even when I post a video, like after I post a YouTube video, like that day, as soon as it's up, I'm like,
Like I did. Yep.
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's a good feeling, but it's also like, man, there's people working 10, 20
Exactly.
times harder. Like, see how we're filming a video right now, we're posting this video today. Someone did 3, someone did 4, and they got a schedule, and they're making more tomorrow, more the next day, And obviously, it's not healthy to think that way, right?
Yeah.
What other people are doing and stuff like that. But it puts you in like this retrospect where you really think like, like maybe I could do more.
You could be doing more, exactly.
Like I watched this clip of Kobe. I know you guys have seen this, but this clip of Kobe where he was talking about like an NBA player will wake up at 8 a.m. Okay, and he'll train like 9 to 11. Then you'll go home, eat dinner, probably make it back out to the gym like 3 to 6. And then you'll go home, chill out, 9 p.m., go to bed, do it the next day, right? And he's like, what if you started the day at 4 a.m.? What if you started the day at 4 a.m. and you train from like 5 to 7? You go home, take a nap, get back at like 10 to 12, right? Then look, you already trained twice and it's 12.
And it's already 12.
Right? You go home, get back to it. 3, 6. Do whatever you gotta do. Get back at it. 7, 9. And he can still go to bed the same time as the other guy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And he's already trained 2 more sessions.
Exactly.
Right?
Twice as hard.
And after a year, after 2, his skill set is gonna be like 50 times
Yep.
better.
It's gonna be double the competition.
Like automatically.
Yep.
Right? So I think about that. I'm just like, man, like if you really were to have that mindset and anything that you're doing, you'll be successful.
You'll be successful. That's true. It's so hard.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
I believe that. Like, yeah, it's really just going back to what I was talking about, the sacrifice and stuff like that. Sometimes those are the sacrifices you got to make just to get to that level, because sometimes that's what it takes, man. I fall into that same trap. I might post a video. I'm like, this felt good.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's you go.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
like, I think I don't, like you said, I don't want to focus too much on other people and other creators.
Yeah, that's true.
But I kind of just pay attention, because also you want to pay attention of your surroundings, and you know what I mean, see what other people in your spaces are doing, and whether it's bouncing ideas or just learning different ways of where you can navigate those spaces as well. So like I said, it's always good to pay attention. And yeah, you just gotta just lock in, man. Like that Kobe mentality, you gotta lock in, man. You gotta lock in. Like players like that, like I wasn't even the biggest Kobe fan, but like once I started seeing things like that, like kind of post to career, when his career is kind of coming to an end, I realized, I'm like, yeah, it's really a mentality thing. Like you gotta lock in. You gotta have that Mamba mentality. Like,
you gotta lock in. You gotta lock in. I'm telling you guys, okay, this video is being posted at the end of May. This is the 28th? 28th of May. There's a whole half of the year coming up. We're getting to the 6th month, June. Everybody gotta lock in. Everybody gotta lock in. You see the channel, we're locking in. Look, I just copped this today. You know what I mean? We're locking in. We're locking in this channel. We're locking in. make sure you guys are locking in too. We could do it together, bro. So I'm telling you guys right now, it's gonna be a good year, man. Not just for us, not just for the stream, not just for this channel, but for you guys too.
For the community.
I'm telling you, you guys already know. Like, there's gonna be another video tomorrow where I'm talking a little bit more about the brand you see us wearing right here, which is my brand that I started literally last month. So we're going to be talking more about that. But I do all that to say, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and we will be back. All right, we will be back with another video, and I wish you guys well, man. Make sure you guys lock in.